Hi, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Show and Tell Saturdays, and it's great to be back. Welcome to those of you who are new to my channel or stumbling across. If you've never been on my channel for Show and Tell Saturday, this is my Show and Tell Saturday series, in which we catch up on what's new, what's going on, chit chat for a bit about various things, and display new collections, limited edition stuff, and launch items, and so on and so on. So that's what we're doing today. Part two, as promised. So my Memorial Day sales event is in full swing, and this is part two, as we discussed last week. As you can see behind me, once again, no jewelry. I think we'll have one or two more videos, and then we'll get back to the jewelry in terms of Show and Tell Saturday. So I've been a busy bee, guys. So welcome, everybody. Welcome back to my loyals, my family. Hi, guys. Hi, everybody. It's so good to have you guys following me and joining me in my journey, because it's an exciting one. I have to say, count my blessings every day, and I'm so full of gratitude. What a beautiful journey. It's not boring to me at all. We're doing lots of new stuff, and I'm just growing and growing and evolving and evolving. And so I hope you guys are enjoying as you have joined me along this journey. And for those of you who are new, I see I have a lot of new subscribers the last couple of weeks. Welcome, and thank you guys so much for subscribing and supporting me and supporting my channel, and allowing me the ability to provide and upload really great content. So thank you, one and all. So here's what's happening, guys. Memorial Day. So let's get back into that. My Memorial Day sale launched last Saturday. As you know, we're in full swing. And as I mentioned to you, I've certainly been doing just that in terms of new listings and putting up inventory like a busy little bee, busy little bee. And I believe you guys are going to be really happy, and I hope enjoying to see the evolution of my store. This last week, during this Memorial Day event sale I'm having, I have been listing, you guys. I now have probably another 100 SKUs up. Yes, I said 100. And it's thanks to you guys. So a lot of new product, guys, a lot of new options for all of our jewelry making supplies. So be it bead, wire, all of our findings, clasps, and all of our doodads. Findings, it's such a general category, right? But all the hundreds of items under findings that we need, you will see a total evolution on my store of things that I finally now have, and I have at such a great price, and I'm able to pay that forward and offer to you guys. It really excites me. And let me take pause right there and go back to many of you who have followed me from day one, and I have developed such an amazing relationship with so many of you. You are truly in my heart, in my extended family. We talked about this at the very beginning of my world, right? My channel, many months ago, how, I'm just all about paying it forward. And so I don't want to come across as very salesy and pushy, right? Because that's not what this is. I stand on what we started with, which is I'm able to use my resources and my years and years and years, over 15 years of experience, to find good quality product and get it out to my fellow beaters at a price that we would appreciate to pay. Right? So in kind of almost conjunction of my top 23 resources, back to that as well. And now here we are. And I've been able, thanks to you guys, to create an e-commerce platform to give us all, including me, what we need to make our beautiful jewelry, but at an affordable price, but quality items. You know, again, don't get me wrong, in a pinch, we need to go to Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby. Of course we do, because you know, it's just what happens. You know, we're always in a pinch and we just need one item or something. Of course. But look at what we pay. Like, we pay for a strand of beads, guys, pretty much, as you know, between $4.99 and $8.99, $9.99, right? And we're talking about a strand that's, what would you guys say, on some of those beautiful beads, like um, maybe a 10 to 12 inch strand, maybe. But that's retail, and that's to be expected, right? But that markup, it's like 800%. And then look at what I've got going on and what I've been able to do. It's amazing. And I know you guys are loving it. I'm loving it. And so I just love to be able to share and pay it forward. I've got full strands of gorgeous beads and crystals and gemstones for no more than $3 a strand, really. And so it just really, I just wanted to take pause and just, you know, mention that, you know, it gives me great joy, you know, that not only I'm fulfilling my dream, but also paying it forward, because I really appreciate, just like you guys do, what we spend. And we already spend so much time putting our stuff together. Let's try to not spend so much money, right? Because we have so many things we have to buy to put things together. And so with that said, let's jump back to Memorial Day sale and part 2. As promised last week, we are part 2 in findings today. But I have a special treat. I actually am going to break this up, and you're going to see me in a little bit, and I'm going to change the table around. We're going to do 2 show and tells today, and I'm going to break it out because I have a ton of chain and cord and wire, and some really beautiful, a couple of new strands, a couple, like 6 or 7 beautiful strands of beads that I was not able to display last week or get up in the store for last week's lunch, that I have up now. And so we're going to look at findings in a minute, guys, and then I'm going to change the table around and grab some lunch. And so we are going to do a part 2 show and tell Saturday, and then we're going to look at the chain and the wire and some additional bead strands I have up. I believe you guys are going to enjoy seeing. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to get through this show and tell, and then we're going to pause for a while, and then in about an hour or 2, I will post show and tell part 2. And the reason I'm doing that, guys, is because we are in the middle of my my Memorial Day sales event. And so with today being Saturday, my event ends, I believe, Tuesday night at midnight, my time, PST. So we'll just have another 3 days or so left in my sale, and I really want to make sure that I show you guys, because I know live, you know, it shows on the video so much better than sometimes the way the distortion is on photos or different colors of your monitors or whatever device you're looking at when you're shopping online. So that's what I'm going to do a part 2, because it deserves it. You know, this is a great sale, and I'm so happy that many of you are taking advantage. And, you know, look, we need jewelry supplies, and now's a great time to stock up on our supplies. So we will do a part 2 in a little bit. And so that'll be special and probably a one-of for today. 2 show and tell Saturdays in one day. So with that, guys, I hope everybody's having a really great week. I've been having a very good week, busy week. I do want to take pause, though, really quick, and, you know, while I have the opportunity, I want to share with you guys, as you know, many of you know, I have shared with you my medical journey, and we haven't talked about it in a couple of months. So we're not going to bring down our happy day, even though it's not a snitch of sunshine in sight again. Oh my gosh, this weather, it cannot make up its mind. It's dreary and cloudy and overcast. But at any rate, point being, I just wanted to give you guys, because I know so many of you have me in your prayers, and please keep me in your prayers. So I did see my doctor, that doctor I told you I was waiting on 5 months, which is rheumatology. And I've gone through my preliminary and post testing, and we have gone through our couple of visits now. And so basically the bad news is that there's nothing conclusive. Um, that is a specific diagnosis from all of these bouts of COVID. So for those of you that are new, I'll touch base on it really quick. I've shared with you guys over the last couple of months. I've been in isolation for many months now. I've had 6 bouts of COVID in 14 months, 15 months, no lie. And it has really, my last bout of COVID was January, and I have not recovered since. I've just been in the dumps. And so I've been waiting on this appointment for 5 months. So that's a little bit of an update, guys. Is there's kind of some good news and bad news. The good news is the inflammation in my body is come down, so that's good. The bad news is there's nothing I can change about my lifestyle yet, unfortunately. So I still have to be very, very cautious. I apparently now have developed an extremely weak immune system due to the damage of COVID. And therefore, I just can't fight off virus like a normal person could fight off a common cold or a flu. So I won't be able to change, unfortunately, anytime soon, my behavior in my lifestyle. I still have to stay very, very cautious and careful. And that's okay. That's okay. I'll just, little engine that could, I'll just stay in prayer and know God will put his healing hands on me at some point here. Because the power of the prayer, it works, guys. Excuse me, it does. It works. And so I appreciate all of you keeping me in your prayers. The bad news, well, that was kind of jury news. Nobody wants to hear that, but that's okay. I am definitely suffering from what they call extreme long COVID. And it seems to have just basically, the gist of it, guys, is, wreaked havoc throughout my entire body and a couple of my organs. So I've got a couple of more doctor appointments coming up. I will keep you guys updated. And thank you so much for, like I said, keeping me in your prayers and asking and being concerned, because it means a lot to me that I'm not alone. So I'll do a couple of more appointments in the next 2 months here, see if we can get some answers. That's it. I'm just kind of, it's almost like, sorry, there's no prescription to write. I can't help relieve your pain, blah, blah, blah. That kind of sucked, because nobody wants to feel what I'm feeling. But it is what it is. And so because of the extreme amount of COVID I've had, that's what they believe, is that I am just suffering from an extreme bout of long COVID. It is real. And it's just, wreaking havoc. So it's keeping me kind of down and feeling icky and fatigued, most of the time. But anyway, there is some good news. And the good news is it was negative for RA and some of the other things that they thought that it was based on that preliminary blood work with all those inflammatory levels. So no rheumatoid arthritis, thank God. Thank God. So that's good news. And a lot of my other levels are functioning correctly now, and they're better. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update because I know you guys, a lot of you ask me, and thank you so much. And so there is an update. So, I want to say I'm on the mend, but I think it's just slow and steady. It's kind of like I'm the tortoise, not the hare, It's just slow and steady. I feel like, I'll start a low-bearing weight exercise program now, try to get some of my strength and my energy up, and we'll just, keep going. And I'm going to keep going until I find answers and I feel better. I will not be held down by this COVID monster. So at anyway, guys, I love you guys so much, and that is an update I wanted to share because I know many of you have been asking. So aside that, nothing else new, guys. Basically same old, same old. As I've been mentioning, just busy at work and, busy building up the site and, putting up tons and tons of inventory. So let's get back to that and the reason that we are here today, which is Show and Tell Saturday. And we are going to look at my findings and a lot, not all, but a lot that I have just listed since I've talked to you guys last Saturday. So just 6 days ago. And then we'll get into part 2 in a couple hours. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for your orders. Keep them coming. I've got lots of great new stuff. And again, I've added almost 100 new SKUs. And so in terms of findings, and so I'm just so grateful to God, that he just gives me the ability to do this, and to you all that give me the ability to do what I'm doing. And we're just going to keep going and going and going and going. And so with that, guys, I hope you all are getting into a good weekend and maybe going to have some grilling. Now, let's take pause and remember what Memorial Day is all about. Um, and take pause to pray for all of those that have sacrificed their lives for our freedom for decades and decades and decades, right? And I'd like to take pause for a moment. My dad, who was many years ago, unfortunately passed away at a very young age, um, was also a veteran. And he served in 2 wars. And forgive me, it's been so long. I know it was Bay of Pigs invasion that he fought in, and that would have been in the 60s. And I can't recall. He was a Marine, the second war that he fought in. But he served his country for 4 full years and did his time as well. And so I honor my dad and all of you that have a family member that you may have lost in service to our beautiful country. However, we typically get out the barbecue and invite friends and family and have some sort of a celebration of life, really, for Memorial Day. So I hope you all enjoy a lovely, beautiful Memorial's Day the best you can. I will be home and I will grill up maybe a steak or something for myself on my patio and enjoy that. So guys, let's nothing else that I can think of other than I already mentioned. So your code for my sale, it's 25% off of all of my jewelry beading supplies, guys. If you missed last week's show and tell, it's everything in my jewelry store tab, which includes everything to make jewelry. So it's your jewelry supply store. It's the name of my menu in my store, and it's everything is in there. That it's whether it's beads or chain, wire, cord, findings, your clasps, ear wires, crimps, wire guardians, you name it. That's where it all is. So everything, basically, it's all of our jewelry beading supplies. That's all it's all 25% off. So that's where you'll find it in my store. And so without further ado, let me scoot myself back a little bit here. And then I'm going to scoot you guys down a little bit. And now that we have all that chit chat out of the way, our second show and tell, which will be in about 2 hours, we will do a shorter video because I've already done all my talking. And by the way, guys, I want to mention, as you guys can see, so I'm wearing Project 1 and Project 3 from May's Bargain Bead Box, which I'm sure many of you watched my videos. You heard a lot of my commentary. Not a fan, but you know what? I'm working it out and I'm coming up with something new, and something beautiful, best I certainly can. So this is that necklace that we strung. Let me pan up a little bit here. That is that asymmetrical. Many of you really complimented me, and I appreciate that. And I love it. And all I did after the video was just hung one of the little cuboid beads, or the hexagon or octagon beads right there. And then we have our flower, and you know, so it hangs just beautifully. And then this was Project 1 right out of the box that we designed on the fly. My earrings, and we just put a little cute little flower on top, and those beautiful little triangle crystals. So we did the long chain earrings, which go below the neck. So, and then I'm wearing Project 2 as well, which is the chain link bracelet that we made, which many of you also commented that many of you did a bracelet as well. I know, I think almost all of us did, because how could we not, with that awesome, those awesome links. So maybe I have a project or 2 left. And then we'll wrap up Bargain Bead Box, but that's what I'm wearing today, and I decided to put a pop of orange on, which I don't usually do, and it's working pretty well, and I like the dimension of the crackle agate with a little bit of the deeper color. So that's what I'm wearing today. So guys, let me pan you down and let's go through as quick as we can findings, and this is all new to my store. So other than my clasps, the magnetic, let me clarify, other than my magnetic clasps and my head pens, you've not seen any of this before. This is all brand new product. So really exciting. So let me get you guys moved up a little bit here and pushed down. And then we'll just jump right into show and tell and what we have today. So guys, I know that's, let me get myself moved over here and move you up a bit. Okay, so because they're findings, guys, it's going to be really hard to take things, you know, out of the packaging, but I will do the best as I can, and I know it's probably hard for you guys to see, but I'll pull it up to the camera. So basically, guys, I just wanted to display and showcase, and this really just, again, goes hand in glove to what I just said, right, about me expanding my store. And I now have over 250 products, guys. 200. I mean, we have to just pause and give glory to God. And honestly, glory to God. In just 2 months, you guys, I've gone from nothing to 250 products, 250 different SKUs. And by the way, that's not even including my jewelry. That does not even include my jewelry at all. So that's another probably 75, 80 pieces of jewelry I've got up on my store. So that, I think, deserves glory to God. And what a blessing that he gives me the ability and strength and glory to be able to do what I love. So let's just quickly go through some of the boring stuff. Well, sometimes findings are boring anyway, but just to kind of give you guys an idea of a lot of the different findings and different things that I've got up. So let's start back here with head pens. Okay, so most of these I've had up for a while, but I did just add a couple of new colors and gauges. So basically, let me just pull them up here. So I've got between 21, these are surgical stainless steel, by the way. They're the only ones I have in surgical stainless steel. I've only got one style, and it's just, I think, a ball head. No, I've got two, a ball head and a flat head. That is, they are just as tough as can be. And then I've got some rose gold. I've got some new eye pins up. I didn't have eye pins before, but the rest you guys have probably seen, but I have basically every color covered in the 24 gauge. Right now, I've just got 24 gauge for the majority of all my ball end head pens. So we've got gold, light gold, antique bronze, copper, and silver. Okay, so head pins, you should be able to find what you need there. And by the way, that is something that I need to continue to expand, as you guys know, because we have so many gauges as well as craft wire, so, and jump rings. So this is the second area. Very, very boring. Not as exciting, but jump rings, guys. I've got us covered in 3 colors right now. So I've just got silver, copper, and gold. And I do have, I think I just sold out a 4mm. There might be 1 pack left of the 4mm silver. They're obviously the most common. So just our regular run-of-the-mill common jump rings we use in silver. And then the copper, I've got some 8mm up, which are fantastic. I love these. I've used these in my whole Southwest collection. You guys recently saw me do these. Are really strong and durable, really good quality, as are the gold. And these gold, by the way, are closed, and they are 7mm. And these I have up, and these are great for goddess bracelets and things like even using them as links in your jewelry. So I've got some gold up. And then, of course, crimps, guys. So I've now expanded my crimps too. I think I've got the 4 most common colors. So silver and gold have been up. We use these for the Coriana beading chain, right? But now I also have them in gunmetal and copper. And so there's your gunmetal, and then there is your copper. Okay, so now we've got these crimps, and these are what you would call a #1 crimp, but guys, these are the best crimps. I love these crimps. We use these, we can use these for our monofilament on our sun catchers. These are perfection for the Coriana beading chain, and I don't know what it is about these crimps, but I'm able to use them. Nothing has broke on me, and I wouldn't sell them otherwise, but these are a great alternative to our Beadalon crimps, which we know are kind of, you know, I guess the Cadillac of our crimp brands. I think we all would agree. They're pretty doggone good crimps, but they are so expensive. Um, Although I'm getting ready to offer Beadalon crimps, but these are a great alternative for a #1 crimp. Okay, so the boring of the boring is now done. Okay, guys, so let's move up here. Ear wires. So I wanted to just let you guys know. So I've got lots of ear wires up, but not like an extreme amount, just some of my favorites, okay? So I do have the plastic ear back nuts, guys. So if you sell your jewelry, these are a great value. I've got a bunch of these up, and you're not gonna find them any cheaper than what I've got them. I've got them like huge packs of like 75 or something. So those are great, and also they're really great to wear. You know, when you're wearing your earrings, you can put those on the back of your earrings to prevent them from falling out. And then some of my, basically, these are my favorite French hook ear wires. And now I've got them in all 4 colors. So I've got the antique, I've got the copper, I've got the gunmetal, I have the gold. Right, and these, they're like, have a flat edge. They're really pretty. You've seen me mention these on my videos. I love, love, love these. They're so delicate and dainty that you can do so much with them. You can also take the ball off. So I've got, and they're all, I also have them in silver. So I've got these in all 4 of our major colors: gold, gunmetal, copper, and silver. And then I also have some new French wire hooks up in the copper, and they have the little bit of wire wrapping in there, like the little coil, and these are in rose gold. So I've got some of those up. I don't have a lot of rose gold stuff up, just a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of rose gold. I like to use it more in the winter and the fall, but trying to diversify. And then these are some of my favorites, guys. And to let you know, my best sellers, these are beautiful, and these are just the most darling ear wires. I've sold tons of these. So they are gold. Let me pull them out. And I'm trying to find them in silver because I've sold so many. Apparently everybody loves them as much as I do. So here's what they are, okay? They have this really beautiful, like, front flat edge with the front hole, okay? That's what they look like. And they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. They're really super durable. I believe they're 18 karat gold plated. And by the way, all of my findings are lead and cadmium free, and more than 75% of my findings and chain is lead, nickel, and cadmium free, by the way. Just so you know, I'm not a fan of all those toxic metals, as you've heard me say before. So, and for all of our hypoallergenic and sensitive skin. So that's some earring stuff, guys. I have got a zillion, if not one, request about wire guardians. And I don't have to even take a wonder about how hard they actually are to find, if you can even find them in stock at a price that's under $4 or $5 a pack of like 20 or 30. And so I've solved that problem for all of us because I love wire guardians. And now I have them in all colors. So I did just have the gold and the silver, and these are 18 karat, real 18 karat gold plated. These are my favorite. I love these, and these silver, well, now I've got them in the 2 additional colors. So now I have antique silver, and now I also have them in copper. So we have our wire guardians now in what I believe, again, are the 4 main colors. I don't have them in antique gold. No, this is antique gold. I have copper, antique gold, antique silver, silver, and gold. So I have them in 5 colors. And again, guys, these are going to fit. These are about 5 by 4 millimeter for the most part. All of them have a 0.5 or 0.6 millimeter hole. They're going to be great for all your beading wire, whether it's tiger tail all the way up to or down to your 49 strand. So whether you're going to use a point 0.16 inch wire all the way up to your 0.21 inch wire will fit through those wire guardians. So these are fantastic, and I just put a fresh stock of those up. So many of you have asked, and I answered. So there's your wire guardians. um, let's go over here to some clasps, guys. I have a couple of new things up that I do want to make mention of. So I have the magnetic clasps, which I love. They're my new go-to. I am so into them. I've got them on this bracelet and this necklace right now. I love, love, love. And I do have them in the 3 colors. I have them right now in gold, silver, and gunmetal. I do not have them in copper. And the reason is because I can't find them nickel and cadmium free right now. So I'm just going to keep hunting. But we've got these 3 colors, and they're really great. They're durable. And, you know, I really like them. So the gold actually come with a jump ring on them. And so there's our magnetic clasps. I've had those up for a while. But now I've added a couple of additional clasps. I've added some of the square toggle, and I think these are like about a 19 millimeter. Okay, so those are kind of like an antique silver. And I have these, which I love, love, love. And these, forgive my stickers, it's just my inventory number, guys. These are great, and they're little flowers, and I love them. Love, 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 and I believe these are lead, nickel, and cadmium free. And they are precious, and they're going to go all year round, but especially right now in the summer. So they're a little flower, and there's your bar part. And as you guys know too, you know, we can use toggles, you know, for connectors and dangles and different things. So these are brand new to the store. And something else that I've had a while, you know, these are great, these swivel clasps, guys, and these are really great for making your bookmarks, your purse dangles. You can use these for sun catchers. Even you can just use just the swivel portion for a sun catcher, and then of course, you know, your key dangles and your key charm stuff, and your purse and your bag and all that. So I have these, which these are, you know, these are really easy to find. You can find them everywhere, but not at my price. And so I have these in every color. Every single color. I have just pulled out 2. I have gunmetal here, and I have the bright gold. I also have them in a light gold, silver, rose gold, antique gold, antique copper. I've got them in about 6 or 7 colors. So these swivel clasps are fantastic. Really, really great. And then something new I want to mention. I did mention it last week that I have a new category, which is sun catcher supplies. And this is in that area. But it's these really cool chandelier hooks, and we just put these in the recent May Suncatcher bags, and they're in gold, and they're a chandelier hook, but you can use these for a lot of different applications as well, guys. So I thought that I would offer these because there's just a lot of different craft projects we can do with these, and they're fantastic. These are the most durable chandelier hook. You might want to call them you know, an S hook. They're called a zillion different things. But these are in gold, okay? And you'll find them in the Suncatcher supplies area menu. But I've got them in gold right now. I just ordered them in silver, so silver will be coming probably next week. But these are really, really great. So extra type of hooks for lots and lots of different projects. Excuse me, guys. Okay, where are we going to go next? Let's go to the most significant thing that I have just added on this show and tell. Because the next show and tell, when we're going to get into our wire and chain and cord, you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh. Because that definitely, yeah, I just expanded that by about 100%. So let's talk about bead caps, guys, which is one of my favorite things. I think a lot of you would agree. It really finishes a piece, right? You know, I don't know that I put much jewelry together without a bead cap. So I'm going to actually pull this up because, as you can see, look at how much I've got. All right, and I'm going to go through. So these have been on my store. So let's start with the gold. So these are the flower bead caps, 6.5 millimeter. And these, I love. These are those fancy with the antique gold. I've got a couple of these left. And I think these are probably 10 or 12 millimeter. The exact description, of course, is in the listing. Love, love, love those. So those are my two in gold. And then let's move over to the copper and the antique copper. So, or antique gold. I don't, you call it what you want, but it's got that olive twist to it. So I've got these, which these are really small. These I think are down to about 5-6 millimeter, but they're really interesting color. And you get a nice big pack, as you can see. You get a nice big pack with those, and they're just the standard flower kind. And then these are really cool. I just put these up, and they're some smaller copper, because I make a lot of that Southwest stuff. And so what I really love is that we've got some smaller copper bead caps to go with, you know, when we do copper-based jewelry. It's, you know, usually you're just finding those 7, 8, 9, 10 millimeter. And so these are going to be great for some of our turquoise and the peach beads and all the reds and all those beautiful colors we put in our Southwest and copper type of jewelry. Even the Amazonite and stuff like that. So these are great. I love them. And so those are brand new, as are these and these. So my last two in copper, I really love these, you guys. They're really, really pretty. They're really, really pretty bead cap. These are, I think, a 9 millimeter or an 8 millimeter, and they are just adorable. And these are some of my favorites. And these are almost sold out, actually. And then my last copper, which are brand new, I just listed them, are these. And now I had to go into trays. These are so beautiful, you guys. Oh my heavens. Hope you guys can see that. So this is my last one in copper. And these are large, and they have this really large hole. These are so cool and unique, and I love them. And I've got them in silver as well. So that's my last one that's in copper. And then in the silver family, this is all brand new. So in the silver family, guys, these I am almost sold out, and these are some of the most popular flower cone bead caps. Okay, and those are almost sold out, so get those while you can. And then, as you can see, I have 5 other in silver. So lots of options for silver. So these are really darling. They're very, very small, and I love these for like bracelets or earrings even. These are going to be your 5 millimeter, and they're really, really cute, as you can see. They're like an antique silver, but they're nice, some nice smaller bead cap for some of our smaller beads. And then the sister to the copper one I just showed you, I have in the silver. You just watched me use these, stringing that memory wire bracelet. I love these, you guys. I love, love, love these bead caps. They are so awesome. And they're pretty big. They're 10, 11 millimeter, maybe 12. It's in the description. I can't remember exact, but look at how big the hole is. These are fantastic, because what you can do is you can put these around your larger beads, but then you can also put like a cool spacer or something in between, and it'll almost rest right on that larger hole. So these are very unique, very, very different type of a bead cap that I really love. These are really cool, guys. These are very similar to the flower cone that are almost sold out. These are a good comparable to them. As you can see, these are also an antique silver, and these are probably 7 millimeter. And they're kind of got like a little divot in them to where you can really hug your beads. So these, I think, are going to go quick. These are excellent, comparable to those other ones I have here, the cone ones that are just about sold out. But I do have a bunch of these just listed. So we've got ourselves covered there. And then a very interesting bead cap, which I kind of like because it's flat. You see how it's kind of it's just a slight concave to it. And so it is has 7 holes on it. So it's kind of like a flower petal. Um, and it has your standard hole in it, but they're kind of like a nice thick bead cap, but they are not like a cone, they're flatter. So this is a really great bead cap for a more flatter look, like on a necklace. So I love those, and again, I would call those more of a silver. And then my last bead cap, guys, which are my favorite. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. We're almost done. We're almost done with findings, guys. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm just, okay, I'll pull them up. These are beautiful. These are stunning, and these will go so beautiful with many applications, including making tassels and earrings. I'm telling you right now, because I've already been poking around with them. Okay, so these are just beautiful. And let me show you these, right? And they have the petals where you can kind of slightly expand them or slightly push them together just gently. And you can fit several types of sizes of beads in these. But again, when you look at it, it's almost like a cone. And so you could make a tassel. You could put some craft wire, do your loop, and hang beads below that. These will be great for a tassel on a necklace, earrings, but also equally in our regular jewelry making with our bead caps. They're just absolutely stunning. They're fancy. They're called fancy bead caps, and they're in a really beautiful silver. So those will look really great too with gemstones and pearls. Really, really pretty. So that's it for bead caps. And last but not least, my friends, our tools. I finally have some tools. We all need tools, and here's what's so exciting that I'm so happy to offer you guys are the a couple, not all, let me make a self-correction there, of the most common needed tools. Now, of course, we need crimpers, and we need, really, I mean, I probably have about 18 tools, if not more, right? But at least I've gotten started, and now I can offer you guys, especially my beginners, or if you travel a lot, or even a seasoned beater, a few of our common pliers. And so let me talk to you guys about what I have. And I have most of all of these styles up in multiple colors, be it navy blue, black, purple, and pink. Okay. So let me talk to you about what I've got. So first of all, we've got flat nose. Okay, so we need flat nose pliers. So there's your flat nose. Okay. And then we have our bent nose. And I actually have two types of bent nose. So this is one that is your regular bent nose, and then there's one that has a thinner bend at the top, similar to the Xuron shape of that thin at the top. Beadalon has a brand like that too, or a style in that brand, where you have a much less significant bend, and it's just a smaller bend. So I have two types of bent nose pliers up. You gotta have those. I use mine all the time. And then, of course, just our regular chain nose pliers. Just some regular good chain nose pliers. What's really cool about these is you can see right there, they have a cutter in them right here. So that will also cut your wire. So really, really great, like all-in-one tool for a plier. If you're traveling or just, you know, wanna use less tools on the mat, you've got a little cutter right there in your regular chain nose pliers. Okay. And then the other tool that I have up is our long chain nose. Now, these are really great, guys, and I need to do a video. I keep talking about doing a video about tools again. You know, these are really great. These are really great because there's always a project where you're needing a longer bent nose, whether it is when you're really into working on chain jewelry, whether you are working in our dangles, like making the big chunky purse dangles like you've seen me just offer on the Mom's Day sales event. I've got a ton of them up in my store. You know, when you're starting to get, like, even my earrings, you know, and you're starting to really get full in an area, these are fantastic. Many, many uses, but I was really thought you guys would appreciate having some long chain nose pliers. Okay, and so that's what they look like, and they have a flat edge that is slightly rounded there at the top, so they're flat on the inside and half round on the outside. And let me tell you something really quick about these tools that I think is very, very important, guys. So these are number 45 carbon stainless steel. And the reason that that's important for many of you beginners to know, or even my seasoned beaters, if you're just not, you know, all that knowledgeable about the particular metals and tools and different things like that. The reason that we love either titanium or number 45 carbon steel is because it is the most highly sought after type of carbon steel in the tool department, period. Okay? And the reason for that is because it is very strong. It's very durable. Okay? The metal, it's very, very strong. It's very, very durable. It's got an excellent, excellent hardness to the steel. Okay? And it is wear resistant. Okay, so these are all number 45 carbon steel. So again, the most highly sought after type of steel on pliers and lots of different types of tools that have the steel component to it. 45 carbon steel, it's very strong, it's nice and hardy, it's very good, and it is wear resistant. So it's not gonna break, and all of these have a spring. Okay, so ease of use. The other thing I want to note really quick, guys, is these are minis. Okay, so we've got minis going, and let me just slide you a little bit here. So the tools I have are all minis, and they all vary between about 5 to 6 inches, and that would be the length. Okay, so the length, the full length. So instead of being like the bigger, chunkier tools, these are more of your smaller, easy to handle, and fantastic for beginning beaters. And there we go. And so now that we have talked about findings and tools and findings and more findings. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get that up a little bit. Findings and more findings. And we've talked about tools and all the new stuff on my site. I will take a powder and let you guys take a powder, and hopefully you will join me for part 2 show and tell, and I'll clear the table, get myself some lunch. Hope you guys grab yourselves something to eat and come back for probably half the time, maybe about 20 minutes or so, and we'll go through all of the amazing selections of chain and cord and wire and some beautiful new beads that I've got in just in time for Memorial Day sales event. So again, the code, you guys, is right on the homepage of my website. It's MEM25. I'll link it in the box as usual. And if you got my newsletter, you've got that code. You can click the link right in your newsletter. And that is good multiple times. So if you've already been shopping on my store and used the code, you're good. Don't worry about it. It is unlimited use all the way through, I believe, May 27th. So I believe it's until Tuesday at midnight, I believe. Okay, guys. So thank you so much for joining me for part 1 of Show and Tell Saturday Findings Edition. And until about an hour or 2 from now, we'll see you in a few, guys. Be blessed.